So you want to be a cinematographer and you don't have a website. I assume by now, if you've purchased this course and you're going through it and you're trying to get ahead, you're trying to get leveled up. If you don't have a website, stop right now. Stop this course right now. Go get a website. Look at some examples from people around you to find out what they've got on their website and just mirror that, especially when you're starting out. Don't try and reinvent the wheel for websites. It should be easy. It should be direct. And a lot of people have great websites that you can go to and just basically you're just copying their template and putting your own projects on there. Now, with the website when you're starting out, as we talked about in the previous chapter, less is more. Only show the stuff that you want to get more of. This is the biggest problem with people's websites that I see, especially when you're starting out. You just want to show everybody everything. Like they'll be able to find the good stuff in that 3-minute long corporate piece. People will watch the whole thing all the way through. That's not how it works. Okay, let's be realistic. In the real world, a producer or a director, they need information. They need to know whether or not you're available. They need to know what kind of person they're dealing with. So they need to, if it's a cold relationship and they're doing background research on you, they're going to go and they're going to click on one or two spots. Maybe they're just going to look at the thumbnails of the spots, and then they're going to make a decision based off of that. They might get through 30 seconds. If you have a reel on your website, they might get through 30 seconds of that, which we're going to talk about reels and their importance in the next module. But for right now, let's focus on the website. So lead with your best stuff. Keep it as bare bones as humanly possible, because what you want to do especially with cold relationships, which is the majority of stuff early on, you want to entice them to contact you, because they know, producers, directors, everyone in the business knows that you're not putting everything on your website, right? That's just a known thing. And as you move up, it's known even more. So they're not looking to say, well, show me everything that you've ever shot before. But a lot of times what you're trying to do is you're trying to entice them to contact you to say, hey, I saw your website. You got recommended to us by so-and-so, or we found your stuff on Instagram, or wherever it's coming from, wherever that cold relationship is being established from. Now you want them to ask you, we have this project coming up. Do you have anything on your reel, or do you have any past projects that look like this? Okay, well, it doesn't matter if you don't have a project that looks like that. All we're concerned about at this stage is opening up the conversation. So your website should be a conversation starter. It shouldn't have all of the information. Right? The easiest way to do it, and what I've found the most success in, is, and there is a little bit of debate on the website thing about whether you go stills on your website or whether you show the whole project. If you're not happy with the projects, you can just put stills up, right? Your part of the job is the visual translation of a director's vision. It's not the actual project itself. So the camera movement and all those things can be conveyed in the reel, which again, we'll talk about in the next module. It can be conveyed in the reel. If you just want to show that you're working and you like some of the stills and you can do the grade yourself on them, you can put that stuff on your website, again, to try and entice them, show them the best images. Rather than having a producer sit through 3 minutes of some corporate thing, you can show them 5 images. They can scroll through it really quickly, make an assessment of where you're at, whether or not you're going to be a fit for the project, or whether or not to reach out to you, which again is the goal of this whole thing. So easiest thing to do, you put your reel on your website, bang, you put your latest projects and past projects. Right? Past projects are, the Hall of Fame of your ads. Recent stuff is what you're up to right now, just again to keep people coming back, to make sure that you're being trusted still and that you're working in the industry. And then the reel is there to really, hopefully, be a minute-long condensed thing that just, again, entices them to contact you and shows the range of skills that you have, okay? So again, this is only my opinion, but I wouldn't put any excess fluff anywhere. That goes for the website, but it also goes for your entire life. I wouldn't put excess fluff on Instagram, in the reel, wherever it is. I wouldn't put it, especially so on the website, right? You have a very limited amount of time from the time that producer or director lands on your site. You need to be intentional about which way you want them to go, which things you want them to click on, and make the best use of their time. That's how you're going to capture their attention. That's how you're going to spark interest, which is the whole point of a website, right? The website is a lead generator. It's not the closer. It's not going to close you a deal where all of a sudden they're just going to see your website and go, yep, that's what I thought. This is our person. Call them up and book them. That's not going to happen. So we want to generate leads off of there. So tease them a little bit. Have a few past projects, like the all-star projects. Have the latest stuff that you're doing. Give them a little something of I'm still working. Hit them with the real and contact information, right? There's some debate about, do you put up awards or do you put up press? All that stuff is fluff. You look at the analytics of your website, 5 years from now, nobody clicks on those things. Nobody will go. Maybe your mom, maybe your dad, some family member might click on those things. Maybe you click on them just to make sure that the page is working. And that's about it. I think that's, I don't know. I think that there's no place for that. Same as like a blog or something. Keep that stuff. No, this is it. It's just a representation. It's a business card of what your business offers. Your business offers exceeding expectations in visual translation, right? That's your job. That's the service you can provide. This is who you've provided it to in the past. And if you feel the need, if you feel weird about, and it also works very early on in your career where you may not have the world's best stuff, is put your projects on there. Put the ones that you like your Hall of Fame all-time projects, maybe 3 or 4 of those. But then if you want to show that you've been in the business for a long time, maybe you can then have a section below that of, past customers or past partners or past brands or companies or whatever it is. Then you can list them out by brand, just with the logos or whatever it is. But don't have 15 projects up on your website that are all, mediocre. If you're trying to level up, again, just wipe the slate clean. And with the website, keep it up to date. It's not that hard. Just get rid of the old shit, bring in the new stuff. This is, you just have to see everything from the potential employer's point of view. What are they looking for? What are their pain points? We talked about in understanding the commercial landscape. The pre-production time is the most hectic. This is when is the job going to be awarded? Is it not going to be awarded? The production manager's under stress. The producer, the director, they all are experiencing these huge time crunches, and they have to get everything turned in on time. And now they got to get crew once the thing gets awarded. Just make it easy for them, right? Make it simple. Don't waste anybody's time. Get them to contact you. Just ask yourself, when you look at your website, is it easy to understand? Is it easy to navigate? Is it easy to contact you? Any other information is superfluous. Get rid of it.